Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dice Cast.
Welcome back.
As always, we have Nick and I'm Justin. This week we're going to be doing something a little different. You've been used to our destruction against death, Soulblight, really. This week we're doing Dwarf on Dwarf Civil War.
That's right. Toward the end of 2nd edition, I was really big on Kharadron Overlords. Started running them a bunch. Played them in the last tournament that we went to. And I'm bringing them tonight for my first game in 3.0 with them to see how they've changed, see how they're functioning now in the new edition. And Justin, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I have a relatively new Cities of Sigmar Phoenicium, thank you, army. But I will be bringing 2 units of 20 Iron Breakers just because they seem so good right now in 3.0.
For their points cost.
Yeah. And... well, we'll get through the armies, but I'm pretty excited to just try it out. I'm hoping that Nick can't kill anything.
I think that's a distinct possibility. KO is very killy, and looking through the list, there's a lot that I'm going to struggle with to pull it off the table.
Well,
the Phoenixes look like real monsters in 3.0. We'll see how they can do.
Yeah, I'm super excited to have 2 out on the table and just be a pain in the butt. So
let's get into the list.
Sounds good.
Like I said, I got a Kharadron Overlords list. Run it in Barak Zilfin. I think that there might be a little bit more meat on the bone in some of the other sub-factions than there used to be. Zilfin was really the boogeyman of 2nd edition, and I think some of those other sub-factions are really coming to their own in 3rd edition. But I want to play Barak Zilfin because I'm really familiar with it, and I want to see how it functions in 3.0 as a baseline, so I can start experiment and see how things go from there. So I'm running Double Chemist. One of them is the General with the Collector trait, and he's got the mandatory artifact in Barak Zilfin, the Staff of Ocular Optimization. And then I've got a Chemist that's got the Spell in the Bottle, the best artifact in the game. He's got Warp Lightning Vortex to go along with that, so classic Zilfin. Then I've got an Etheric Navigator, who is really an all-star, I think, in Kharadron Overlords. Doesn't get the credit he deserves. For my battle line, I've got a Frigate and 2 units of Arcanaut Company, with the special weapons, of course. I've got an Ironclad, and then for other units, I've got 2 units of Thunderers, 1 with special weapons and 1 with mostly rifles. And then I've got a Grunstock Gun Hauler to round out the list. The Gun Hauler has the Spar Torpedo, and the Ironclad has the Last Word artifact, the Last Word Endrin work. And that allows him to shoot at the end of the charge phase, at the end of the enemy charge phase. You can pair it along with Unleash Hell, so looking forward to blowing some things up when they come in on me. We'll see how it goes.
Alright, so this week I am bringing a Phoenicium list, Cities of Sigmar. I'm pretty excited to try out the Phoenix Guard. I know based on them having a 4-up save and they win up a bunch of points, that's kind of not where we're at right now in 3.0, but they look cool. It's pretty old school, so I'm excited about it. So the list is Phoenicium. I have Anointed as my general. He has the command trait of Seeker of Vengeance, which will probably never go off. I have a Ruin Lord, who's the Adjudicant, and he will have the Prayer Curse. Then I have 2 Frostheart Phoenix with Anointed on top. One has the Amber Armor, which basically negates 1 rend to 0, and the other has the Arcane Tomb with Flaming Weapon. I'm hoping that I can keep both of them kind of buffed up so that they're relatively on 3-up saves and they can go about and do a lot of damage. Then for my battle lines, I have 2 20s of Iron Breakers and 2 20s of Phoenix Guard. Dwarves and Elves living together, it's mass hysteria. But I think that now the Iron Breakers are really good. Should be able to get their saves pretty consistently to a 2+. We'll see how the rend affects them. The Phoenix Guard with the 4-up after is just extremely effective. So I'm in the Warlord Battalion, so I could bring an extra command point and an extra artifact. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of a polar opposites list here, with one having all the movement and only a couple of my units being able to move anywhere on the table. So we'll see how it goes. You ready to do this, Nick?
Let's do it. getting into deployment here, we're playing Power Struggle in Gur, and this battle plan is a little bit interesting. For most of the objective points you get, they have to come from objectives that you've held for at least 2 turns in a row. So you don't score by just grabbing an objective and losing it immediately. You have to be able to maintain it. It does really incentivize the double turn, because if you're able to secure an objective in the bottom of one turn and then double into the next one, you still have that, and you're going to score on it. So that's one interesting wrinkle of this battle plan. But we'll see how it goes. On the Kharadron side, I am in a 2-drop, so I've got my gun hauler, and then everything else is in 1 drop in the battle regiment. So we'll get into deployment.
So I deployed spread out. In general, I want to backboard my more important pieces. I'm spread out so that the lightning vortex isn't going to have a strong effect on me. If Nick gives me first turn, I'm not planning on being super aggressive. I'm going to move up where necessary and, set up just to make sure that I would just move up very little, secure as many objectives as I could, and see where that gets me. I'm anticipating I'll go first, so I didn't want to leave my stuff too grouped together. I figure that my Phoenix can move far enough where, if it's necessary, I can get to where they need to be. I know that the Navigator can potentially have movement. I assume that Nick's going to fail that, so we'll see how it goes from there.
Deployment's always a little bit interesting with Kharadron. They move so quickly with their ability to fly high and their ability to move anywhere on the board that you can really be defensive in your deployment. And I did just that. I definitely walked onto the back line, dropped my boats there. I loaded up the unit of Special Weapons Thunderers into the Ironclad, and then have the Rifle Thunderers, or the mostly Rifle Company, near the frigate so they can load in and be mobile that way. And then I'm just ready to deal with Justin here. He did leave me a couple openings to potentially exploit, but that said, I am going to let him take first turn and see if he can open up some more. Good luck, Justin.
Good luck. So my battle tactic. I'm going to pick Monstrous Takeover. Heroic action. I'm going to roll with my Ruin Lord for a command point. Nope.
My Navigator's going to try for a command point. Nope.
In my hero phase, I'm going to attempt to cast Mystic Shield. My Magical Phoenix. It's going to go off on an 8.
I am not in range to unbind with my Navigator.
Oh, and then I am going to chant a prayer with my Ruin Lord. I'm going to take Forge Fire. On a 2-up, this will go off. It will. It's going to be in my front group. Into my movement phase. Essentially just moved up. If Nick wants to come in and shoot me with some deep strike, I'm going to make him put him really far back from my heroes. I don't mind him shooting generally into my Phoenix Guard. They're fairly tanky. I feel like this gives me the ability to decide where I want to spend my command points as well. I just moved up onto the middle objective. 20 pretty hard to kill Iron Breakers are there. We'll see how Nick takes his turn. That's going to end my turn.
So in the top of turn 1, then you score 1 for controlling more objectives than me, and you got your battle tactic for another 2, so that's going to be a total of 3 victory points. Going into the bottom of round 1, I'm going to pick aggressive expansion for my battle tactic. If I pick, I'm going to pick the 2 objective markers that are right here in front of me. If I control both of those at the end of the turn, I'll complete that battle tactic. Seems like a relatively safe one, and I'm going to struggle with battle tactics over the course of the game. That's just going to be how it is. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up some of the kill ones as we progress. But right now I can't necessarily guarantee a kill on anything really here on the field, so we'll see what I can do. For my heroic action, I am going to try to get a command point with, going to go with my navigator. Failed it.
I am going to attempt to get a command point with my Phoenix on the left. Nope.
Alright, going into the hero phase then, it's always relatively simple with KO. I don't have any casting or anything like that to do. I'm first going to try to use the navigator's ability to slow down one of your phoenixes, and I'm going to go for the phoenix that has the amber armor, the one to my right. So that's on a 3-up, and on a 6 I get to do mortal wounds as well. 3, so his movement is halved until my next hero phase. I'm then going to use this chemist to use etheric augmentation on this unit of Thunderers. This chemist is going to spend his ether gold to do the same thing to this unit of Thunderers. Normally wouldn't be able to while they were garrisoned, but this is something that came out with Broken Realms Bellicor, so he can spend his ether gold to do that. So both of those units of Thunderers are re-rolling wound rolls of 1. I'm going to use the Barak Zilfin ability once per game then to fly high during the hero phase. I'm going to take my Ironclad and pick them up. Go ahead and fly them over here. They do have to be more than an inch from objectives and terrain pieces. And then, of course, the Warp Lightning Vortex is going to come down. The Warp Lightning Vortex then immediately starts doing damage. First going to roll for the unit of Iron Breakers on the central objective. They do take the damage, D3, 1 mortal wound on them. The other unit of Iron Breakers on a 3-up. Yep. 2 mortal wounds on them. The Rune Priest on a 4-up. Gets a 6, so D6 mortal wounds on him, 1 mortal wound on him. The unit of Phoenix Guard over here on a 3-up, yep. 2 mortal wounds on them.
2 4s. Nope.
The Anointed, 4-up, yes. 1 mortal wound on him.
He'll try to pass it off on a 4-up. He will. The Phoenix Guard with Dart on 4. Oh, so 3 Phoenix Guards.
And then with hero phase done, we can get on to movement. That's going to bring me to the end of the movement phase. Warp Lightning Vortex, of course, goes off again, because everybody loves it. On the center unit of Iron Breakers, yes, 1 mortal wound. The back unit of Iron Breakers, yes, 2 mortal wounds. Rune Priest, 6 again on him, d6 mortal wounds, 5 mortal wounds on him.
Jesus.
The Phoenix Guard, yes, 3 mortal wounds on them.
This will be 3 ups. Or 4 ups, sorry. Make 2.
And then the Anointed, d6 mortal wounds on him, 5 mortal wounds on him.
He'll attempt to pass these off. Passed off 3 of them. For the 2 he didn't, 4 ups. Takes 1 wound, and for the 3 he did pass off, passed them all.
Okay. This is why Warp Lightning Vortex is so beloved in the meta. And with that, we can get into the shooting phase. I'm going to first designate this unit of Special Weapons Thunderers, and they're going to put all of their shots into your unit of Iron Breakers there in the middle.
Sure, I'll spend a command point to give them all out defense.
Sure, makes sense. First off with the Fumigators, 2 Fumigators in the unit, so that's going to be 6 shots, and they are on 3s and 3s. We're rolling 1s to wound because of the Chemist buff. So that's going to be 4 at -1.
These will be 4 3-ups. Made 3 of them. Damage?
1 damage each on those.
1 dead.
Okay, the Deck Sweepers are going to be 8 total attacks. And these are going to be on 4s and 4s. Excuse me, 3s and 4s because of the special weapons. That is going to be 4 of them.
Run.
-1.
3 ups. I made 3 of them. Damage.
1 damage each. The cannons are going to be on 3s and 2s. Rerolling the 1. That is 1 at -2.
4. Ooh.
D3 damage. 1 damage on that one. The mortar's on 3s and 3s. Rerolling 1s. That is 1 at no rent.
2 up.
And then the rifles. So that's going to be a total of 8 shots from the rifles.
Sorry.
And they are on 3s and 4s. Rerolling 1s. That's just 1 at -1.
So 3. Passed.
Okay. And that is their shooting. The Ironclad is now going to designate all of its shots into the... Actually, the Frigate's going to designate all of its shots into the Phoenix Guard. Sure. Using the shrapnel shot from the heavy sky cannon, d6 shots, 2 shots from that. These are going to be 3s and 3s. 1 hit. No wounds. The carbines, 4 of those at 3s and 3s. That is 1 at -1.
These guys will be on a 5 up.
2 damage.
2 4 ups. Need 1, missed 1, 1 dice.
The Thunderers inside the frigate will then shoot, putting them all into the Phoenix Guard. They've got 1 deck sweeper on 4s and 4s, rerolling 1s to wound. That is 2 at -1.
5 ups. Need 1 damage.
1 damage.
4.
2 cannon shots at 4s and 2s. Both hit. 2s rerolling 1s. Both wound at -2.
6 ups.
D3 damage each. That is going to be 5 damage.
5 ups. Made 3.
Okay, and then they've got a total of 16 rifle shots. And these are going to be on 3s and 4s, rerolling 1s to wound.
So all your shots are within range?
Yeah, it's 12 inches from the frigate. Keep in mind that any pulled from this shooting wouldn't count for range. Well, these are actually these are 18 from the frigate, but the earlier ones were 12. Rerolling the 1. That is going to be 6 at -1.
6 5
Good roll. Just 1 damage each on those.
4 ups. 2.
I've got the gun hauler and the ironclad left to shoot. Ironclad's going to go next, and he is going to go into the Phoenix Guard. I'm going to spend all-out attack, and he's going to put all his shots over there. So first off, the Great Volley Cannon gets 4d6 shots. That's going to be 14 shots. And with the all-out attack, these are going to be on 2s and 3s. That is 9 at -1.
This is 9 5 ups. Missed.
1 damage each on those.
5 4 ups. 3 of those. 2 die.
The carbines then are 8 2s and 3s. That's going to be 4 at -1.
4 5 ups.
2 damage each on those.
That's going to be 6 2 ups. Or 4 ups. Made 4. 9 2 of that.
And then the torpedoes are at 3s and 3s. That is 3 at -1.
3 5 ups. Made 1 damage.
D3 each. Another 4 damage.
Tested
Good roll. Yeah. Gunhauler's going to put his main cannon, the shrapnel shot, into the Phoenix Guard, and then the carbines into the iron breakers there. So the shrapnel is D6 shots, 3 shots at 3s and 3s, 3 hits, and 3 wounds at -1.
3 5 ups. None.
2
Damage.
damage each.
6 4 ups.
Good rolling.
All of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the carbines into the iron breakers, 3s and 4s. That is just 1 at -1.
3 up.
Okay. The navigator is the last bit of shooting that I have. He's got 2 shots into the Phoenix Guard, 3s and 3s. 1 hit and 1 wound at -1.
5 up.
Okay. That is it for shooting. I am not going to make any charges anywhere, and so here's where we'll sit at the end of round 1.
Battle Shock. My Phoenix Guard cannot fail because they're within 12 of a Phoenix hero. I'm going to auto pass the group in the middle, the command point. I'll have to roll on the back. I lost 4, their bravery 7. On a 3 up, or a 4 up, I'll lose miles. I'm going to lose 3 miles.
Do they get a bonus from their banner?
Oh, yeah, 2 miles.
Definitely a powerful round of shooting. Killed a lot of bodies, and the Warp Lightning Vortex spiking the mortal wounds on the Rune Lord there was very consequential. He's really your best threat to remove the Warp Lightning Vortex.
Yeah, that really hurt.
Yeah.
Hitting 2 6s on him.
Yeah, the first one was relatively inconsequential, just the 1, but then the 5 on the second one.
Yeah. That was probably my fault for letting that happen to him, but you live and you learn.
It's difficult to prevent it with the changes they've made to the deployment zones being smaller and the new coherency rules. It's so much harder to screen out really broadly.
I'm not actually, other than losing the Rune Lord, which I'm super disappointed about, I'm not overly, it could have gone a lot. I mean, you put a ton of shots into these Phoenix Guard, and the fact that any of them survived is actually encouraging to me.
I think you made your last 10 4-ups there, so.
Yeah, it was a lot. So, yeah, to have any guys left there when you concentrated, and the Ironbreakers survived pretty fairly, I think, with having a full round of Thunderers, and that. If I wouldn't have lost my Rune Lord, I would be feeling really good because I'd like my chances to unbind. Now I'm going to need a natural 9 on dice to unbind these, which feels hard. Otherwise, it was going to be a 7. So I think we'll be going for party.
Yeah, let's do it. And you have the choice.
I'm going to take priority here. I do not want. I have no interest in allowing Nick get another round of shooting into my guys. Also, I feel that he's left some stuff in rather chargeable distance, and with the fact that I can gain more additional points in this round for controlling objectives for 2 straight turns, I feel like I'm left in a pretty good spot to tie some things up and do some damage potentially.
Makes sense.
So my battle tactic for the round is going to be the same one you just had. What was that called?
Aggressive expansion.
Aggressive expansion. I'm going to pick my 2 objectives back here. And then for my heroic action, I'm going to use Finest Hour on my Frost, or my Phoenix on the right hand side.
Sure. My heroic action will be attempting to get an extra command point, and I'm going to go for it with my Navigator. Get it.
I'm going to try to dispel with the Anointed. He will not get it on a 7.
Sure.
And then I will attempt to cast Flaming Weapon. It's going to go off on a 6.
I'll attempt to unbind that with my Navigator. I'm going to block it on a 9.
Into movement.
Alright, after that move, I'm going to go ahead and spend a command point, that free command point I got with my Navigator, and redeploy the unit of Thunderers. Four inches.
Do you want to trigger that?
Yeah, at the end of the movement phase, then the Warp Lightning Vortex will go off. It's just that one unit in range, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll be on a 4-up. Got him. 1 mortal wound.
I have a couple charges to attempt. I'm gonna first attempt my charge with my Iron Breakers.
Sure.
This would be +1.
Yeah. 6 inches total.
I'm gonna spend a command point to reroll that one.
Sure.
I'm gonna get in on a 12.
That will definitely do it.
Tenth charge over there. Nope, he's not gonna do
Okay, going into the combat phase then, the gun hauler is going to attempt to drop bombs. Gets it. And that is 3 mortal wounds on him. So 10 at 4s and 4s because of the fumigator from the Thunderers nearby. This is all into the gun hauler.
Yeah. So we did 3 and no run.
3 at no rend are 4-ups on the gun hauler. Saved 1 of them. Takes 2.
And then the one guy that was not -1, this would be 3s and 4s. 1 and no run.
1 at no rend. 4. Failed that as well. Gun hauler takes 3 then. I will make my relatively anemic attacks back. Gonna pile in just a touch here with Thunderers. I don't want to pile in too far, so I'm just gonna get that front guy in. So I've got 1 at, and this is pretty intense. 4s and 4s. Hits. Wounds. No rend.
This will be enough. Yep.
Alright, and then assuming you're done with your activations, the gun hauler gets to attack as well. 4 boarding weapons, and these are also on 4s and 4s. That is 3 at no rend. Can't be upset at that roll.
I need one. That's going to be the end. I did lose 3. I am +1, so I'm on 8. So on a 5 or 6, or on a 6, I could lose 1. At the end of the turn, I will have achieved my battle tactic. I will secure multiple for 2 turns here. But I'm disappointed. I did want to get in and at least kind of pin the frigate. And I feel like he's a sitting duck at this point, especially since he didn't get his spell off. Best case scenario, he just slows down Nick from being able to move around the board effectively. I don't feel like I'm in a bad position as far as board control is concerned, but I'm a little nervous about this round of shooting in addition to a potential double turn. So we'll see how it goes.
Sure. Going into the bottom of round 2 then. Kharadron. We each get 1 command point. You got a total of 5 victory points. Building up a nice lead on the victory point side. So my battle tactic is going to be bring it down. I'm going to pick the Phoenix over here. And for my heroic action, I will attempt to generate an extra command point with my chemist. Got it. Excuse me, with my navigator.
I'm going to attempt to get an extra command point with my sitting duck.
No. Okay. Hero phase then, I'm going to first attempt to slow down the same Phoenix that I attempted last time, And I failed it this time. This chemist is going to use etheric augmentation on this unit of Thunderers. This chemist is going to use etheric augmentation on this unit of Arcanauts.
What does that do again?
Reroll 1s to wound. And I think we can then get into movement. That's going to put me at the end of here movement.
Warp lightning vortex. What will it be on you?
A 4 up. Yep. D3.
Oop.
2 mortals. And then on your unit back there. Yep. 1 mortal. Alright. This chemist is going to put all of his shots into the Ironbreakers.
Sure.
So that's 3d6 shots. That's a total of 12 shots. And these are on 4s and 4s. That is going to be just 1 at -2.
I'm sorry, it's in the Ironbreakers?
Yeah.
That's a 5 up.
1 damage.
I passed it.
Okay. This unit of Thunderers is then going to fire everything into the Ironbreakers. They are going to be a +1 attacks characteristic on all their missile weapons because they're in melee. So we'll do the 2 Fumigators first. They're going to get a total of 8 attacks. They're going to be on 3s and 3s. And rerolling 1s to wound. That is 3 at -1.
3 4-ups. I made 1 damage.
Just 1. Deck sweepers then are on 4s and 4s. Excuse me, 3s and 4s. And rerolling 1s to wound. It's going to be 5 at -1.
This will be 5 4-ups.
1 damage each.
Oof. That's bad.
The mortars then at 3s and 3s. 2 at no rend.
3-ups.
Cannons at 3s and 2s. Rerolling the 1. That is 4 at -2.
4 5-ups. Made 1 damage.
D3 each. 3 damage. And then the rifle is 6, 8 attacks. 11 attacks. And they are on 3s and 4s. Rerolling the 1. That is 3 at -1.
3 fours. Make 2 damage.
Just 1 damage. 2 still alive there?
Yeah.
Okay. The gun hauler then will put its cannon shots into the Phoenix.
He's going to spend his all
That's sure. And his carbine shots into the what are they? The Iron Breakers?
Yep.
Okay. So into the Iron Breakers. 3s and 4s. That is 2 at -1.
2 fours.
Okay. And then into the Phoenix, the D6 shrapnel shots. 1, 3s and 3s. That is 1 at -1.
4. Nope. Damage.
2 damage.
Fours. Both with.
This unit of Thunderers is going to shoot them, and they are going to use their Aether Gold for +1 to wound. And I'm going to spend a command point to give them all-out attack as well.
Okay.
They have got 2 cannons. These are going to be on 3s and 2s. 2 at -2.
2, 5. 3 up, 5 up. 1 goes through.
D3, 1 damage.
4.
Got 1 sweeper at 3s and 4s. That's 2 at -1.
Yeah. -1.
Yep.
4. Nope. Damage.
1 damage.
4. 1 goes through.
And then 16 rifle shots at 2s and 3s. Not great. That is.
You get to reroll the 1.
I do not on this unit this turn, so that is 5 at -1.
5 fours. Made 2 of them. Damage.
1 damage each.
2 more going.
Looking a little bit scary there. My Ironclad will go and put all the shots into the Phoenix.
Sure.
So 46 volley cannon shots. That is 15. He's going to be on 3s and 3s. Good roll. Exceptional. Balanced it. That is 6 at -1.
6 4-ups. At least 1 damage.
Yeah.
4-ups and 4-ups. 1 goes.
Okay. The torpedoes are on 4s and 3s. That is 1 at -1.
4. Damage.
D3. 2 damage.
1 goes.
And the carbines. 3s and 3s. 3 at -1.
3 4-ups. Damage.
2 damage.
1 goes.
Frigate will put all the shots in there. I got D6 shrapnel shots, 3, and then I'll combine those with the carbine profile because they are the same. So I got 7 3s and 3s.
Sorry.
That'll stay in there. That's 2 at -1.
2 4-ups.
2 damage.
1 goes.
I then have my navigator inside the boat. He's going to take his 2 shots, 3s and 3s. Well, that was abysmal. I'm not gonna lie, that was abysmal.
Great.
That is the end of my shooting. Because I missed the battle tactic there, I'm really in a bad spot. So I do have some shooting to do here with the Arcanauts. They're going to get all their shots in. First up with the Skyhook. This is one shot at 3s and 3s. They're at +1 because they are near an objective. Fails to wound. The volley gun then is 6 shots. And this is going to be at 4s and 4s. That is 2 at no rent.
2 4-ups followed by 4.
Excuse me, at -1.
Neither damage.
1 damage.
4-ups.
And then the pistols, I've got 7 in the company with pistols, one of which is the leader, so that's going to be a total of 15 shots. And these are going to be on 3s and 4s. That is 5 at no rent.
5 4-ups followed by 4-ups. That's impossible.
The Skyhook has got 1, 3, and 3. Missed that. And then the volley gun. 4s and 4s. And this unit is rerolling 1s, but just 2 at -1.
2 4-ups.
1 damage.
4.
That's going to be my turn. I took control of this central objective, and I still control these 2, so I will score a total of 3 on the objectives for holding these 2 and then holding more than you. So that's going to be 5. That's going to be 3. Failed my battle tactic though, which is massive here. So that is going to put me at just 3.
I took off my 2 guys for battle shock. That group didn't owe it.
And here's where we are at the end of round 2. So definitely on my back foot on the Kharadron side. I needed to take the Phoenix off there. It was really my game plan, and I thought I had a good situation to do it, and fell short. So I really need this double now, really.
Roll for priority. Oh.
And I will take the double with it too. I think absolutely essential here, just to keep you on the back foot a little bit and keep these objective points, because I am facing down losing that objectives.
Do I get to remove one?
You do.
I'm going to take the one beneath.
For my battle tactic, I'm going to take Broken Ranks. Feels a little bit strange here, but I'm going to take Broken Ranks and designate that unit of Phoenix Guard back there to kill this turn. Hopefully I'll be able to accomplish that. We'll see. A couple things need to go right in order for that to happen. They're not even going to be the top priority on my kill list, but need to start making things happen. So that will be my battle tactic. For my heroic action, I'm going to attempt to get an extra command point with my navigator. Failed.
I'm going to attempt to heal my wounded Phoenix. I need to roll a 9 or less.
Got it.
Heal D3. Oh, damn it. One more. You will be at 8. So he has 5 ones left.
This chemist is going to augment this unit of Thunderers. This chemist is going to augment this unit of Arcanauts. Goodness. Unless. Yep. A unit of Arcanauts.
How many command points do I have?
3. The Navigator then is going to attempt to slow down the Phoenix over there. 3 up. Got it. And And with that, we can get into movement. And that's where I'll be at the end of movement. I'm going to have to take out the Phoenix Guard with some long-range shooting. I'm not going to necessarily scoop up that objective this turn, but in fact, I put myself in a position where I can't really scoop up that objective this turn. But I am going to have to get my battle tactic and take this Phoenix and go from there. I'll start over here. This unit of Arcanauts is going to put all their shots into the Phoenix Guard. Sure. So the pistols, 3s and 4s. That is 5 at no rent.
1 damage.
Yep.
These will be 4s and 4s. 1 custom.
Skyhooks on a 3 and 3. That is 1 at -2.
This will be a 6-up.
D3. 2. And then the volley cannon, 4s and 4s. Three at -1.
3 5-ups. Need 1 damage.
1 damage.
Oh, 1 damage.
Chipping away. Then over here, these Thunderers are going to put all of their shots into your. All of their shots are going into there.
Sounds good.
2 cannons. One at -2.
So it'll be a 6-up. Nope.
D3. 3 damage.
Before.
1 deck sweeper. Two at -1.
5-ups. None. Damage.
1 damage.
1 goes.
And then the rifles at 3s and 4s. That is
3s and 4s.
Oh yeah, sorry. 5 at -1.
5 5-ups. I made 1.
1 damage.
4 4-ups. Need 1. He's got 1.
Okay. The gun hauler is going to put its shrapnel shot into the Phoenix Guard.
They'll all defense.
Okay. And then the carbines into the Phoenix.
Sure.
So the carbines first into the Phoenix. And then the shrapnel shot, D6 shots, 3 shots. Nothing. The frigate will put its carbines into the Phoenix and the main cannon into the Phoenix Guard.
Sure.
The carbines then into the Phoenix. That is 2 at -1.
This will be 2 5-ups.
He all up, or no, he didn't all up. So 2 damage each.
Need to make all these. No, he's dead.
Okay. And then the cannon into the Phoenix Guard, D6 shots, 2 shots, 3s and 3s. Nothing. So the carbines are going to be out of range. I'm going to get the torpedoes and the main cannon, the volley gun from the ironclad in range on the Phoenix Guard. Oh, I am going to spend the triumph for +1 wound, and I'm going to use all out attack here. Sure. All right, so the carbines are just going to fall short here, but I've got 4d6 shots with the volley cannon. Good roll. Absolutely necessary that I kill him. So 15, 18 attacks. And these are 2s and 2s.
One more.
That is going to be 10 at -1.
10 4-ups. At least 1 damage.
Yeah.
4-ups and 4-ups. 6 so far. 3 will go through.
Okay. And then the torpedoes, which are going to be on 3s and 2s. One at -1.
This will be a 4. Need it.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of my shooting. Rough. I will attempt a charge here then with the gun hauler. Got a long one to make. And they're not going to make it. I will reroll that with a command point. Got it on an 11. Absolutely necessary.
Do they do mortal wounds on the charge?
So the first time that thing charges in the game, it does d6 mortal wounds from the spark torpedo.
Okay.
Okay, so d6 mortal wounds from the spark torpedo on the charge. 2 mortal wounds.
Force.
And then a 4-up for the bombs at the start of the combat phase. Yes. 3 mortal wounds on them.
Need 1. 2 more to die.
Okay, and then, of course, going to activate with him first. Fours and 4s. Would you like to do anything?
All defense on them.
So 4 attacks at 4s and 4s. Yep, that is it. Go ahead.
My leader is in for the Phoenix Guard. There'll be 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. So that's gonna be 3 at -1.
Okay, 5 ups. Takes 2.
Yes, it's 2. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the anointed. We'll have 4 attacks, basically the same thing. Just 1 at -1.
Okay. Save. So I score their 2 battle points. Failed my battle tactic again. And we'll go into the bottom of round 3.
In my hero, my battle tactic, I'm going to take Conquer. I believe I just need to take an objective. I'm going to choose the one with all the Arcanauts on it. Then for my heroic action, I am going to actually Finest Hour my anointed.
Okay. My heroic action will be trying to. I'm actually going to find this hour with my chemist here. I'll attempt to dispel the warp lightning vortex.
Sure.
With my navigator, need a 9, didn't get it.
I'm going to go into movement. That will be it for my movement. I'm going to roll for your gun hauler.
No. And the iron breakers. Yes. 1 mortal wound on that.
Into charges. I'm going to charge with my Phoenix Guard. Get +1 to charge, so it's a 5.
Definitely gets him in.
I'm going to charge with my Phoenix. And get in on a 7.
Sure. I will go ahead and unleash hell. So I've got the 2 cannons first. They are going to be on 2 shots each because I am in combat or within 3 inches. So they're going to be on with the +1 from special weapon schemes and the -1 from unleash hell. 4s and 2s, rerolling 1s for the wounds. 1 at -2.
This will be. He does not get to ignore. This is a 6 up.
Okay. The deck sweepers then are going to be 10 shots on 4s and 4s. That is 3 at -1.
I'll ignore the -1, so this will be 4s. 1 damage.
1.
4s. 1 goes.
The mortars on 4s and 3s. 1 and no rent.
This will be a 3 up. No, I'm sorry. It'll still be a 4 up. Damage.
D3. 2 damage.
4 ups. Need 1. I'll take 2.
And the rifles. These are going to be 4s and 4s. They do not get the +1 to hit. Two at -1.
2 at -1.
Yep.
4s.
Fumigators. Going to be at 4s and 3s.
Bad. Bad. Bad.
And that is the unleash hell.
At the beginning, I have how many?
You've got a monstrous action to do.
Yeah. I am going to roar 3 up. No, I wouldn't have got this down either. At the beginning of my combat, how many points do I have?
You are on 2.
2. I am going to spend 1 to re-roll my wounds on my guy.
Okay. At the start of the combat phase, I'm going to drop bombs with the gun hauler on the Phoenix Guard. Fails to hit them.
So the Anointed will be spending for all-out attack. He will have this will be 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. Three at -1.
5s, made 2 of them.
Just 1.
I'll then attack with the Argonaut Company. Pile them in. First off, I'm going to do the what is it? The Sky Pike, 2 attacks at 3s and 4s. That is 2 at -1.
2 5-ups.
D3. 1. And then the gun butts are going to be 2 of them at 3s and 5s. That is 1, no red.
4. Damage.
1 damage.
4. 1.
And then 7 Argonaut Cutters at 3s and 4s. All of them hit. That is 4 at no red.
4 ups. I'm gonna attack with my 2 dudes. This is gonna be 5 attacks, 3s and 3s. That will be 2 at -1.
Okay. 5s. Made 1, takes 1 damage.
Damn it. That would have killed him, right?
Yep. I'll then activate with the Thunderers.
They'll be -1 to them.
Okay. And so I've really just got 4 of them in. That is going to be 2 at no red.
2 4-ups. Damage?
1.
4. I will attack back with my guy.
Sure.
He is not bracketed, so the talons will be first. 7, 8. These will be hitting on 5s. You can't do -2.
Well, yeah. It would only matter if you had a +1.
Yeah.
So just -1 effectively.
4s. That's pretty good. Man, that's rough. And then 3s. 2s. There'll be 2 at -1.
Rerolling wounds, isn't it? 2 at -1?
Yep.
Okay, these are 5s. Made 1.
It's just 2 damage.
Okay, that kills 1.
And then the halberd on top will be 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 3s, re-rolling. I apologize. I hope I didn't do that on 2 last time. 4 at -1.
4 at -1. 5s. Failed them, so that's going to kill 2 more.
They're 2 wounds each.
Mm.
Yeah.
Total of 3 dead then there. The only activation I have that matters is going to be the
Did you ignore that?
gun haul. No, they've got to roll. But they get to re-roll it because of the banners. So the gun hauler then, with its boarding weapons into the Phoenix Guard. 2 hits. 2 at no red.
I'm sorry. That's gone out into the Phoenix Guard. 2 at no end. This is 4s. So this will be 16, 32, plus 1, 33 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
Sure.
3s. Not great. Bad. Better. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, and negative 1.
Okay, these are on 5s. That is
That's pretty good.
better than average. That is going to be 7 failures. That does leave a few alive for now. Alright, I am done with the activations if you are.
Yep, I'm done.
Got a couple battle shocks to take. The Arcanaut Company, they lost 7, and they're at Bravery 6 right now. They do get to re-roll it. Re-roll it. 2 more are going to run. 1 is going to stand there very bravely. And then the Thunderers have to make theirs. They are at Bravery, normally 7, but they've used their Ether Gold, so they're down to 6. And with a 2 and a 3 they lost, they're fine.
Going. So I hold 1, 2, 3 objectives. I've held this one for multiple turns, this one multiple turns. Just gained that one.
Yep, so that's going to be a total of 3 for objectives, and then your battle tactic.
5 total.
Yep. I did score 1 victory point last turn for killing a monster. So here's where we sit at the bottom of 3, or at the end of round 3. Phoenicium has a stranglehold on that side of the board, and KO is looking to redeploy and get into position to do some things. Priority roll. Got it. I needed it. I will certainly take it. No question. This round I'm going to go with Slay the Warlord for my battle tactic. Got to kill the Anointed. That's the goal. For my heroic action, I will attempt to get a command point with my Navigator. Alright, so trying for the extra command point. Failed it.
I am going to finest my Phoenix in the middle of the table.
Makes sense. In my hero phase, then, I'm going to attempt to slow the Phoenix with my Navigator. Got it. This Chemist is going to augment this group of Thunderers. This Chemist is going to augment this group of Thunderers. And I'm going to attempt to remove the Warp Lightning Vortex with my Navigator. Yep. Going into movement then. That's going to be it for movement phase. We can get into some shooting here. I'll start over here. The gun hauler is going to shoot at the Anointed. Sure. The carbines
Hold
first.
on, I think. He is going to spend all out defense.
Okay. The carbines first. That is 3 hits and 1 wound.
Right.
carbines are -1.
4 up.
1 damage. It doesn't matter. And then shrapnel shot, d6 shots, 6 shots. 3s and 3s. 1 at -1.
4.
2 damage.
He's gonna first attempt to pass him off onto the guys. No, neither. Then he's gonna attempt his 4 up to pass. He made a roll.
Okay. The Thunderers are going to put all their shots into the Thunderers from in here are going to put all their shots into the general cannons. That is 1 at -2.
This will be a 5 up.
Okay. The deck sweeper. That is 1 at -1.
4.
And the rifles, 3s and 4s. That is going to be 10. Oh, excuse me. 9 at -1. I was looking through it and I was seeing the extra
these
dots
1
from
damage?
the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
these are 1 damage.
9 4-ups.
So that's
He's
the
gonna
pass
make-
offs.
No, this is the first to just see if he's got wounds.
Oh, yeah.
Then he's going to try to pass off these 6.
Do them 1 at a time.
Yeah. 1. No. 2. Yes. 3. Yes. 4. No. 5.
He might not be able to pass off that 3rd one
Why?
because there's only 2 Phoenix Guard there.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
So we'll roll these.
So he takes 1 for sure.
No. That's 1 onto a Phoenix Guard. Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
he
So
takes
that-
1 for sure.
So we'll,
You already rolled the pass offs, and he.
and then the Phoenix Guard passed 1.
Oh,
so
okay.
this will go
yeah.
back to him. And then I still have 1 Phoenix Guard left, right? Or can I still roll?
Oh, you've got 1 more one. Yeah, you've still got.
So 1 Phoenix Guard died
Okay.
because it was the pass offs.
Right.
Now I can roll 1 more. This will go over. The Phoenix Guard will live.
Okay.
So then these are 4-ups. He made 1, so he will be on 1 wound left.
Okay. The frigate then is going to put all its shots into the anointed. The carbines, 3s and 3s. That is 3 at -1.
These will be first 3 4-ups. Made 2 damage.
2 damage.
So he's going to attempt to pass 1 off to the guy. He will. And then
Does the guy survive?
the guy survive? No, he's dead. So then the 1 wound,
Yeah, he's just got a 4 up now.
4 up. No, he's dead.
So the rest of the frigate's shots are wasted. The Ironclad is going to put all his shots into the Phoenix. The carbines won't be in range, but the rest of the shots will. So 46 shots from the volley cannon. That's going to be 16 shots. I've been rolling pretty well with that. 3s and 3s. That is going to be 6 at -1.
This will be 6 3-ups. Missed on 3.
Just 1 damage each.
And then these will be 4-ups. Need 2. We'll have 1 damage.
Okay. And then the torpedoes. 2 hits. 1 wound. -1.
He'll be on a 3-up.
This unit of Thunderers then is going to put all their shots into the Anointed. They are going to have 4 cannon shots on 3s and 2s. Rerolling 1s here, but 2 at -2.
These will be 5-ups.
The deck sweeper, or the 2 deck sweepers rather, with their extra shot. That is going to be re-rolling the 1s there. There's going to be 3 at -1.
This will be 3 3-ups. Damage?
Just 1.
4.
The fumigators. Rerolling the 1s there. 2 at -1.
2 3-ups.
And then the leader's rifle. Reroll the 1. It's going to be 3 at -1.
3 3-ups.
The chemist is going to put all the shots in there. 3d6 shots. 10 shots. These are going to be 4s and 4s. Two at -2.
These will be 5-ups. Nope.
1 damage each.
4-ups. One more.
4 left. 4 taken. This unit of Arcanauts then, they will put all their shots into the Phoenix, try to whittle it down. So I've got 1 Skyhook. That is 1 at -2.
1 at -2.
Yep.
On which?
The Phoenix.
Also be a 6-up.
Okay. Then I've got the sweeper shots, which are going to be 4s and 4s. Two at -1.
Into
The Phoenix. Everything into the Phoenix.
5-up. Damage?
Just 1.
4.
Those were just at -1. I get to ignore the -1. The 3 up.
Oh, into the Phoenix?
The Phoenix.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
the
Okay,
Phoenix.
yeah. We're good then. They're
and
both called Phoenix and Phoenix Guards. So.
Sure. Then I've got 15 shots with the pistols. These are on 3s and 4s. That is going to be 4 at no rent.
These will be
Into
3-ups. Damage?
1 damage.
4 up.
Into the combat phase then, I will go ahead and activate.
Charges. At the end of the charge phase, I'm going to attempt to roar.
Sure.
I will into your group of thunder.
Okay. I'll activate them first then.
They're -1 wound.
Okay. So I've got 4 in there, plus the leader. So first 4 gun butts on 4s and 4s. 4s and 5s with the -1. 1. No rent.
3 up. Nope. Damage.
1 damage. And then the bird. 1 attack. Okay. Your go.
So his first attack, he does have 4 wounds on him, so he's in his second profile. This would be 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 2s. That's 5 at -1.
5 at -1 are 5s. Gonna save 2 of them. That
6
is
damage.
3 dead.
And then the anointed will attack. It's going to be 4. Hitting on 4s. No.
think that is the end of meaningful combats.
Um,
I do have a battle shock to make there. I will go ahead and spend a command point to auto pass that.
Sure. So you're gonna get 2 for that. You control.
I don't control more than you.
No. You get 2 for killing my warlord.
Oh, right. Yeah, for the battle tactic. And then 1 for having had this objective for 2 turns in a row. So a total of 3.
We'll go into mine. I'm gonna take Broken Ranks and I'm gonna choose the 1 Arcanon.
It's almost impossible. Have you seen how tough he is?
He is very tough. I'm gonna try to get rid of him for my battle tactic. And then for I'm gonna attempt to heal my Phoenix. I need to roll a 9 or less. I will D3 for 3.
Back. I will attempt to get an extra command point with my navigator. Failed.
My hero phase, I really don't have anything to do.
I'm going to redeploy. Sure. Spending a command point to redeploy him, using him as the company commander to issue it. Oh, we did both gain a command point at the start of the turn. Sure. 6 inches.
Yeah, that's big. We will go into charges.
Sure.
I'm going to roll for those guys.
They got it.
At the end of my charge phase, I am going to, I'm actually going to stop this time.
Sure.
D3 for 1. I am going to all-out attack.
Sure. I will all-out defense. Assuming you're doing the Phoenix.
Yeah. So he's back up to his top bracket. So it's going to be 8 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. He'll get 4 through a -1.
He's going to be on 4s because of the all-out defense. Save 2 of them to die. And then the anointed?
Anointed will have 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. All hits. All wound, -1.
Okay. First again. Made 1 of them 3 damage. That is going to finish the unit. Exactly. I will fight then with this brave champion of the cause. He is going to use his ether gold for +1 to wound.
Sure. That makes sense to me.
Hits. Wounds. 2 6s. 1 at no red.
4 up. And a 4 up. Oh,
I really wanted him to take 1 down.
I'm just gonna stay with the amount of dice. Could be the ultimate backfire, but I'll have 10 attacks going in. What's this save?
Is that guy in 2 inches? Looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll have 12 attacks going in.
He's on a 4 up.
3s and 3s.
Good try.
Can you do it? It's 5 at rend 1.
Just need to make all of these 5-ups. Not quite. He is dead. And then I'll pile in the chemist. And he's got his 2 attacks with his instruments. So 2 attacks with the instruments. One hit. And 1 wound. Nornet.
4. And
1 damage.
4.
Alright, so you still control that one, still control that one. You don't control more than me. So you're going to get 2 points plus your battle tactic, a total of 4.
Yep.
No, I'll concede at that point.
Alright.
Good game.
Great game.
I feel like the durability of the cities were higher than I expected. But that said, I feel like the 2 battle tactics that I failed earlier were really kind of the deciding factor. I couldn't come back missing those battle tactics. That's such a big deal.
Yeah. I did feel like I rolled well on my 4-ups. It's hard to say. This is kind of what I wanted out of the army, was just staying power. The Phoenixes are insane. Having even 5-up, 4-ups, it's just so strong. Especially with you never really having more than 1 rend. That was my worst case scenario, was 5-up, 4-ups for the most part. In just math says you end up making a lot of those, right?
Yeah.
You had a few 2 and D3 damage things, but they weren't wounding when you needed them to, and I do think the luck of the dice was on my side to a certain extent, but the army performed how I wanted it to. I do think I definitely made a few mistakes. I left the 1 Phoenix as a sitting duck. I probably should have just been patient and left him back.
Yeah, he had a very makeable charge, but you probably should have saved the reroll for him.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't thinking with how bad the Iron Breakers were to attack with. So.
Sure. Or maybe, at least charged with him first so that you knew whether you needed the reroll. That's always where my Unleash Hell was going, regardless.
Yeah. Not getting his spell off was really bad. Because when you get that spell off, it's basically giving him, if you get Mystic Shield off, it's +2. I mean, based on what he can do, he'll always be then on like the 3-up. I think as demonstrated, the Phoenixes are pretty much insane. And this is not even a great matchup for them because their -1 to wound isn't super effective like it is against melee armies.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Frostheart Phoenixes. I think they were underrated in 2nd edition, and I think they've gotten a massive upgrade. And their points haven't changed significantly.
Phoenix Guard were, resilient. I just had staying power. I mean, if you looked at points probably remaining on the table, you're probably crushing me, I would assume.
I would think so. I've lost a unit of Arcanauts and a unit of Thunderers.
So Arcanauts tanked.
They do their job, right?
Yeah.
They're remarkably efficient for 100 points. They put out a lot of very ineffective attacks, but volume of fire is useful in a lot of matchups. Not particularly useful against as durable an army as yours is. But for a 100-point battle line unit, you can't ask for much more. In a lot of armies, they would be absolute stars.
KO, I think, is still very strong.
So how are you feeling about Cities prospects in 3.0?
I think Phoenicium is not a strong. It's like it has a dyssynergy. First of all, it's very hard to kill these models in combat. So to get the extra attacks that and the bonuses to attack, it's often not guaranteed. I think there's better, but I love what it does with the Frostheart Phoenixes.
I think in 3rd edition, the Ironclad is the only boat really worth bringing.
So is it just Ironclad and tons of Thunders?
I think The best lists, well, first off, they'll have Gotrek, right? At
Mhm.
his current points, you run Gotrek. Right? No question. So that eats up like those 2 boats plus some. But the Barak Thring lists that run 20 units of Iron Drakes, or 20 man unit of Iron Drakes, they're crazy good in 3rd edition.
Iron Drakes are insane. Do you need me?
Yeah.
I have extras, probably.
Do you know how they work in 3rd edition?
As far as with Ren, you're saying, or
Just their general badassery. They each have 1 shot on 3s and 3s, right? If they didn't move during the turn, they get a
2
second shot.
Yeah.
So you just set 20 of them behind Arcanauts, and then your opponent has to charge the Arcanauts. You get 40 shots from them on the Unleash Hell, ideally
And
with the
the
Rune Lord. 1, but with the Rune Lord they go
it's
to 2. And that's on 2-up prayer. So it becomes like this: if you charge this screen, you will die. The Iron Drakes are crazy good in KO right now. Barak Mornar has a broken trick. There's a staff that you can pick a unit, start a charge phase, and half their charge roll. That plus redeploy in the Ironclad with Last Word becomes just this nightmare where you throw the Ironclad up. If they bring in 2 units against it, you turn off one of their charges, so only the other unit can get in, and then you unleash Hell and Last Word on it, and it gets broken.
Oh.
And then you've got Warp Lightning Vortex sitting out there too.
In Barak Mornar, that works too.
Mornar, yeah.
You just can't do the tricky get out there and deploy.
The hero phase move, but it kind of doesn't matter anymore.
I love that you were trying to unbind it more than I was after a while.
Yeah.
Well, you were so helpful to point out that I could unbind it, and I appreciated that.
Yeah.
So, if you're enjoying this post-game discussion, please tune in for Nick and I and Jake, who is also on the channel, will be joining in from time to time on our competitive guide to AOS 3.0. We hope to visit, and we know that's super original, no one's doing this, but we hope to go through each of the factions and give our takes on what we think is, a little history on each of the factions, a little fluff. That Nick's a total fluffy bunny.
Yep, I need that narrative.
And then, where they were in the past, what kind of person wants to play this army, and what you should be looking to do in 3.0. So, please tune in.